one, we are going to just jump straight into this. So I'm taking my Anastasia dip brow in the shade Blonde, giving her a dramatic eyebrow, and then I'm going to carve everything out and also go over the lid and use as a base my Kryolan cream foundation. This comes in a palette. You can kind of choose whatever colors you want in the palette, and this palette of mine is what I usually use as color correction. I'm really carving out the eyebrows. This whole look is really dramatic, so I just want a very clean carved eyebrow. This isn't obviously something you do for like an everyday or for a natural look, but bear with me. This base is quite light, but I really wanted a nice bright canvas to work on. Then taking this beautiful plum red shade, we are going straight over the lid with a large fluffy brush. I'll list all my products below, so please check the description if you want to know. So I am just basically going over her whole entire lid, and then I will do all of the blending. Taking a clean brush, I'm just blending out all of those harsh edges until I'm happy with the way it looks. Then taking a slightly smaller brush and a black shadow, I am patting it again all over the lid and really taking my time to blend because they are such dark colors. They need to be really diffused and really spread out nicely. Then I did feel like the black just wasn't looking black enough for me, so this next step is totally optional, but I went and took some gel eyeliner and patted it all over the top again and then started blending out. I just felt like I wanted it to look a lot more intense, but that's totally up to you, and you may not want it to look this dark, so you can just skip this step. Then I'm just going in her waterline with a black pencil and also directly under it. This is quite dramatic, so I thought I will go also quite low under her waterline and smudging it out with a bullet brush or a pencil brush. Next, I took my biggest, fluffiest lashes I could find. These were minks that were sent to me by a company. Actually, they contacted me not too long ago and they didn't have an Instagram page, so yeah, I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, you could take your favorite lashes and chuck them on top, and then we can get started on her foundation. For primer slash moisturiser, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. This is very, very glowy, and it leaves a really beautiful fresh look on the face. You can even totally walk out like that. It just makes you look so summery and pretty. Probably wouldn't recommend it for girls with oily skin, but my model did have skin that was a little bit more on the dry side, and I've just really worked it in with a foundation brush. Okay, before you question the foundation I'm about to use, please look at the difference between her neck and her face. She is wearing fake tan, so her foundation is going to be very dark. Don't get scared. And bam, there is her dark foundation. I've used EX1 foundation in the shade F300 and blending it all in with a beauty blender. To conceal, I've used Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. My god, that is so hard to say. And the shade is Light. Taking it down to her chin, her nose, her head, and you know the drill. To contour, I am going back into my Kryolan foundation palette, and this particular palette I usually keep all my contour shades all together. Then to blend away all her contour, I am using a brush I've had for a while. I actually got it from a website called wish.com, which sells imitation anything. I think it's like an imitation of a Real Techniques brush. It's a really dense brush and it's quite a good one actually, but you do have to use a light hand for it. And then I'm doing the rest with my beauty blender, of course. And to highlight and set, I am using Ben Nye Banana Powder. So for an instant bronze slash glow, I'm using Scott Barnes Body Bling. This is literally makeup for your body. It comes off in the shower, so it's just like a one night thing. I love it so much because it just gives you a nice tan and a glow. And then to top off the glow, of course, I'm going to put some of my glow highlight powder because I just think it looks amazing, and it's just something that I like to do to my models and to my clients. Then I'm just dusting away all of her excess powder and popping on some blush. I'm using NARS Orgasm. And to highlight, I've of course gone back to my glow powder. I really like when the chest and the face, or when your makeup altogether actually is cohesive. So if I've used that bronzer on her chest, it will also go on her cheeks and then also a little bit under her eyebrows. For lipstick, I've used Lipland Cosmetics in the rezy collection in the colour Rezy. Then on top of that, I also added a little bit of gloss, but you can totally keep it matte too if that's what you prefer. And that is my dramatic smoky eye. Not your everyday look, obviously, but something for a special occasion. This is one of my favorite looks. I love an eye that is completely smoked out. It's just one of my favorite looks to do. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye!